because the management and transparency is what's very important. So once you submit a referral, you're going to have your own Home Advantage account, and it's going to tell you where everything sits. So if you have 10 referrals that you've sent into the network, it's going to give you all 10 referrals. It's going to tell you every milestone that client is sitting in, whether they're touring homes, whether they're in escrow. And you now can manage through the Home Advantage application as far as what your pipeline looks like for the referrals that you've sent. And so it's pretty sophisticated, and it's all click of a button, guys.
LabCoatAgents podcast.
Tristan, welcome back, my friend. And today we are here for another episode of The Symposium by Drunk on Social. And you guys got a treat. We're finally not going to just bore you with the two of us. We decided to invite somebody to join us this week. It's
about time.
Yes, yeah, it's been a while. We're going to go deep on a topic that we discussed, I believe, last episode, which was the Google indexing of TikToks and how you can be using this to your advantage and using TikTok to grow your business, et cetera, et cetera. This is a really good one, guys. So pay attention. But let's start with an introduction, Tristan, to Austin Armstrong, who, by the way, was a guest on the LabCoatAgents podcast a year ago, almost to the day. It was December 15th, 2020 when that came out. So go check that one out. That was episode 92, I believe. So now you're getting an advanced version of Austin, whose team has grown dramatically over the last year and a half. So Austin, tell us a little bit about who you are. Your company is called Socialty Pro, but give us more than that for anybody who doesn't know you or doesn't know you from TikTok or any of the other platforms.
Yeah. Hello, gentlemen. First of all, it's an honor to do anything with you, let alone be back again a year later, a year smarter, a year wiser, lots of failures along the way, but lots of successes as well. I run a full service, organic only digital marketing agency. We really built everything that we had on backbones of SEO, search engine optimization. But over the last 2.5 years or so, I leveraged TikTok talking about SEO to grow my business. So over the past 2.5 years, I have more than tripled my business. As Jeff, you had mentioned, we went from a team of about 3 or 4. We're now a team of 12. And over the past a year, we started helping other business owners specifically grow their businesses on TikTok as well, leveraging everything from just developing content strategy. So now we have in-house video editors, dedicated social media account managers. So we're all in on becoming a TikTok marketing agency.
Wow. Dude, I love that. Where would we start if we want to give it a shot on our own as business owners? Where do you suggest anyone as a business starts?
Yeah, you have to start by really understanding who your target audience is. The core of all marketing is knowing who you're trying to reach and understanding the pain points, emotional triggers that would cause them to want to reach out to you in the first place. So really by starting outlining a really detailed buyer persona. What do they look like? How old are they? Are they gender specific? What are their interests? What are their hobbies? What are their emotional pain points or emotional desires? And then factoring that in with what it is that you offer, the services that you offer, the products that you offer. How can you combine those two together to develop a really solid content strategy, at least understanding what questions that they have? And we can get into some of the structure and stuff like that and how to develop a content strategy. But that is at its core of where you should start if you want to resonate with who you're trying to reach.
So I got a question. So that's a general question. That's a general answer, I say, to the question, which almost precedes TikTok, right? And when we talk about TikTok, we talk about the technology and we talk about how advanced it is, and that there's a learning curve to how to create a TikTok, especially for somebody who doesn't create a lot of videos. So how does that tie into when you're teaching somebody, or maybe I'm getting ahead of us here, but how does that play into this? Because we're talking about TikTok here, and a lot of times everybody knows how to open it and watch and scroll, but not a lot of people know what to do when it comes to hitting that little button, right?
Right. So let's roll with an exact example. So say you're a digital marketing agency owner like I am, for instance, right? What does somebody want? They want more engagement. They want more sales. They want more awareness, right? So a video that I did today, for instance, was about how to get more backlinks to your website. This is a specific want and need of a website owner or a business owner that wants to boost the domain authority of their website. I understand this because I have my buyer persona outlined specifically. So how I structure that video is by an opening hook, getting into the meat and the meat of the video, immediately providing value, and then a closing call to action. So exactly how I structured this video was I opened it up by saying, here's a quick strategy to get more backlinks to your website. And then I show them a screen record of exactly how I would get more backlinks to a website, how to do research on competitors to get more website backlinks. That's the meat and potatoes of the video. And then my closing call to action is simply follow for more SEO tips. It's qualifying the audience there.
I see here one big piece that agents and business owners miss, and that's understanding what they stand for before they go all in. Because you're already saying, follow me for more SEO tips. And I'm just using real estate agents here specifically. I don't ever hear a real estate agent say something along those lines because they're kind of all over the place, right? So I think you're right. Let's identify who our target demographic is first, and what's our message to the target demographic. So how do you help with that? Where do you come in and say, hey guys, let's do this or let's do that? Do you outline that for us?
Yeah. So I have a onboarding process that we typically do where I will jump on a coaching call with whoever that we work with and really define this buyer persona, as well as outline all of the offerings that the business owner has. And I'm going to cater this to real estate. We can roll with some examples here too. But after we outline all of this detailed information, I then get to work. I do competitor research. I do hashtag research. I do trending video research, not just on TikTok, but across the web, as well as keyword research, because I have that SEO background. I really work that in to my TikTok strategy as well. And we start to craft video and we work together. So I put together this entire content strategy for people that they can either do it themselves, or if they, choose to hire us, we can jump on more coaching calls and take care of the editing and all of that stuff. But once I send them this entire content strategy that it has all of these videos outlined, it's really applying that same 3-tiered structure: opening hook, value, call to action. So for real estate agents specifically, right? What is your goal? You want to sell more homes, right? So you're trying to reach people that are in an emotional state that maybe they're a first-time homeowner, and you really want to define this, right? You want to define like, okay, here's a bucket of content specifically for first-time homeowners. Or do you want to target, like if you're an EXP real estate agent, for instance, right? You're trying to target other real estate agents. You're trying to recruit other real estate agents, right? So, talk about the benefits of switching from their brokerage over to EXP, right? And you can outline all of these, right? The multi-level approach of revenue sharing, stock options, these are all specific videos that you could create content on if you're trying to reach that specific person. Outline these different buckets of content, right? So homeowners, second-time homeowners, people looking for properties they could flip, recruiting other real estate agents over to EXP, right? These are all buckets of content that you could create. Churn them out, apply that 3-structure approach, stay consistent with it, focus on the emotional needs of who you're trying to reach that fits that specific bucket, pay attention to what's working, trending, And then we double down. So if we notice that, okay, this sector of videos is doing exceptionally better than these other videos, we're going to pivot our strategy a little bit, and we're going to go after that, those videos that are performing a lot better, so that you can build up that social proof faster. In addition, that was a long-winded answer, but hopefully we got to the bottom of that.
Dude, no, that's good. Jeff, do you have any? Because I have a few questions.
Go ahead.
All right, good. So Austin, when it comes to you doing, let's say you go full on with a business and you're taking care of creating or helping them outline the content and helping them along the way. What have you seen? Because I've watched your videos. By the way, follow him on TikTok. Is it Socialty Pro, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. And you've got like almost 300,000 followers. So follow him there. But when I'm watching you, you also sometimes say, hey, we did this for a client and then you show what's happened. What has been some of the best examples of using your tactics for some of these clients that have just gone through the roof and be like, holy cow, this worked way better than we thought?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of our most recent clients, we've been working with him for about 36 days now. So we're just into the second month with him. He hit 44,000 followers this morning. This is a brand new account. I think we've done about 2.9 million views from this. He's a therapist in private practice. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a therapist sometimes, Jeff.
All the time. All the time.
But this is, as we talked about, this is what we did. We outlined, as a therapist, there's a lot of different expertises that he has, right? He's a marriage and family therapist. So he focuses on couples. He's also an LGBTQ affirming therapist. So he has expertise in that and focuses on that. But he's also a narcissism expert. And we outlined all of these buckets of content. If you don't know, narcissists and narcissism-oriented content is like through the roof. You have like TV shows like You out there, which is like the perfect portrayal of a narcissist on television right now. But a lot of people are struggling with this, and there's a lot of trending videos. Nonetheless, we noticed pretty quickly, okay, the relationship coaching videos aren't picking up that well. The LGBT affirming therapy videos aren't doing that well either. As soon as we started to do some narcissism videos, through the roof. So we pivoted and we went all in on narcissism. One video it's at 1.2 million views. We've had several other videos get hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of shares. Dude did 1 million views this week. He is growing like crazy. That's a perfect example. 36 days in, 44,000 followers, phenomenal results, better than I could ever promise anybody. But
Austin, when are you going to start working with Jeff and myself? That's all I want to know.
You got my cell now?
Okay. Jeff.
I want to deflect or what the hell? The word I'm going to use here is shift and talk about this narcissism thing. Aren't we all narcissists? I mean, at the end of the day, like that word is so taboo. It's such a negative connotation. But the reality is, if you're a self-promoter, by most standards, you're a narcissist, which is bullshit. You're a self-promoter. You're marketing, right? That's probably why it's doing so well and why so many people struggle with narcissism or self-promotion, because they don't want to be deemed a narcissist. I mean, not to go down that rabbit hole, but.
No, you're not wrong. I think a lot of his content has specifically been about narcissism in families. And there is a clinical definition of narcissism, but you're not right. Or you're not wrong. And maybe vain is the more appropriate word, right? Like I take pride in my work and because I've had all this success. Yeah. Like it's boosting my ego for sure. I don't know if I'd call myself a narcissist or not though.
I actually did a video on that probably a year and a half ago, just on that same topic. So it's funny you said that. I'm gonna have to go pull that one out. That's good. I like that. So how about another example? Because I think, a lot of our audience, So Drunk on Social, I mean, you know what it's about. You've done your homework on us, and you're a part of the group now, and I see you engaging. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to our audience, I'd say probably 80% is still real estate, just because of Tristan and my background. So when it comes to a realtor like that, I feel like when they're listening to you right now and they're thinking to themselves, how do I define that for myself? Whereas you took these different topics, which are very distinctly different. I think one of the advantages a therapist has is that there's probably not a lot of therapists on TikTok doing this, right? So when you're new to anything, you have a big advantage. It's the reason why I don't have a fraction of the followers, but it's the reason why I was able to blow up fast, just because I was new. I was early adopter. I was in early. But at the same token, I think as a realtor, I'm thinking to myself, all right, my target is buyers and sellers, maybe geographically located. And I'm a specialist in buying and selling homes and running comps and blah, blah, right? We're all the same. So how do they differentiate or define this for their business or for their TikTok or any social media strategy?
Yeah, great point. And it's still early. That's the important thing here. We're 2.5 years into TikTok, right? YouTube's been around for 16 years already. Instagram's been around for 12 or 13 years. So it is still early. I don't care when you're listening to this. If you listen to this 5 years from now, it's still early, unless there's a new platform out. Nonetheless, Clubhouse kind of fizzled away already.
Dude,
so there's nothing
100%.
really there's nothing really on the horizon right now. So it's still, TikTok's still the new kid on the block. Nonetheless, how you differentiate is, first of all, being active, being consistent, because there are more and more real estate agents jumping onto TikTok every day, but not in your area. There's so many everywhere throughout the country. It's not as saturated as you might think, right? You're only going to be licensed in your individual state, right? To help get people, help sell homes in that particular area. That is your unique opportunity. So there's specific content that does really well in the real estate space. And I've studied this a lot. There's a lot of great agents that are doing like, this is what X amount of money will get you in this area, right? This is what $500,000 will get you in Dallas, Texas, right? You can apply that strategy to wherever you're at, and just do a simple house tour. Your opening hook is, here's what $500,000 can get you in Dallas, Texas. And then you do an awesome house tour showing, all of the luxury features, because Dallas is so much more affordable than in Malibu, right? Tristan, you can't get anything for $500,000 in Southern California.
Not in Malibu. The least expensive home is like $800,000 for a condo.
Exactly. Yes,
Crazy.
Exactly. There you go. But so that's one individual video that you can do over and over again. You can also provide and build that trust by talking to your audience that's maybe their first time homeowners. And if that's the bucket, or that's the group of people that you want to reach, what do they want to know that's going to help them get that first home? I just bought my first house about 3 months ago now. And my real estate agent helped us with a lot of things, like how do we get that offer? I had no idea to add an escalation clause. I had no idea to do a walk and talk with a what's it called? Inspection, a walk and talk inspection rather than a full-on inspection. Work that into the contract. These are things that my real estate agent told me that I had no idea about before. These are tips that got us the house on our first offer. Other things to look for. And then go into content about your specific area. Talk about, why this area is beautiful, why people should move to the area, the best parks to take their kids, the best restaurants or nightclubs that you can take a date, the best concert venues that you can go for fun, things about the area. These are all things that you can do as a real estate agent to differentiate yourself on TikTok and really apply this strategy across the board. It doesn't matter what platform that you're working on. You can do this for YouTube. You can do this for SEO on your website. You can apply that strategy across the board.
So we talk about this. Sorry, Tristan, real quick. We this is a YouTube strategy through and through, and this is not new. And we've been talking about, that's really the best target on YouTube is a geo-targeted. I don't even know if it's a page necessarily or it's a one of the buy, what do you call them? I'm having a brain fart on YouTube, a YouTube channel, not a channel, but the playlist, right? A playlist. And you go hyper specific on certain things in a community that people are going to be, it's going to be SEO, right? It's going to be Google Absolutely. Searched. So Absolutely. In other words, this is a lot simpler than a lot of people realize. And that right there is probably way underutilized on TikTok. So is this something that, because TikTok is very, very short form, I know it goes to 3 minutes now and they say they're going to 5 because they're clearly competing with YouTube. But the reality is YouTube's a short form content platform. Same to me, in my opinion, so is Instagram, so is Facebook. You want to keep your videos shorter because the people that are there they're in that moment, their attention spans are shorter versus when they go to YouTube and psychologically they're ready to watch a 10-minute video, right? So do you do one of two things? Do you create the YouTube channel, playlist, whatever, about this, and then chop it up into micro content and post 7 videos from one to TikTok and then direct them back to YouTube? Or what is the strategy? Or do you just go into TikTok and create a series of short form videos about the topic, which is hard for people because, it takes forever to get them in front of the camera. Then they get in front of the camera and they don't shut the hell up. They just blabber on, right? So how do you get them to do that? Or what's the most effective strategy to do so? And then Tristan, you jump back in with your question.
Yeah, let me answer that. Then we can get to Tristan's questions. We start TikTok first. So we structure our content short form vertical video. I have a production team out in Orange County, California. So a couple of our clients, we actually send somebody out there to record it. And then we edit it and all of that stuff. But a couple of my clients are nationwide as well. And for that, I jump on a Zoom call with them. And literally we do multiple takes while somebody's holding the phone and recording them. And I say, no, let's do this a little bit better. Let's condense that hook. Let's, work on it a little bit better. But we take that content first. We publish it on TikTok because I find the TikTok video editor much more intuitive than Reels and YouTube Shorts. That's just me. I'm more comfortable, and that's how I've trained my team to do it, to add titles and all that stuff. So we go TikTok first, and then we leverage a website called snaptik.app and download that video watermark free, and then we repurpose it across Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Pinterest as idea pins. We post them on LinkedIn. We post them on Twitter. We post them on Google My Business pages. We post them everywhere across the internet. Now, if we're also doing a YouTube strategy, that's separate. We do that in addition. So we will do longer form YouTube. I love that in the industry, they're now called shorts versus longs. I don't know if you've heard that before. A long is just like a regular YouTube video. And shorts are, short form vertical. So we'll do that in addition. And because there's viral nature to YouTube Shorts, we're using that as sort of fuel on the fire to expedite the growth process of YouTube, which can, be a marathon as opposed to a never-ending sprint on TikTok.
Can you repeat that site where you watermark the TikToks? And now I want to quickly ask you that. I'm just stealing all of Tristan's time. So go ahead. First, give me that site again. Make sure you put this in the show notes.
It's snaptik.app. snaptik.app.
Just
and it's free to use.
Now, we debate this all the time. So now I'm totally shifting us again. So Tristan, keep holding your thoughts. We debate whether or not removing the watermark really matters. And I know that Instagram themselves have said, but the truth is, and Austin, you're going to get my little preacher. I'm going to stand on the preacher pulpit here. My opinion is this, that first of all, I think that's a bunch of malarkey because I've had TikToks on Instagram perform really well, and I've had some flop, and that also happens on TikTok. It doesn't matter what platform it is, right? But the whole premise behind every social app is that they want the user to stay on the app. So in theory, I'm doing Instagram a favor if I'm posting a TikTok with a watermark, because I'm now saying, hey, Instagram user, you don't have to go to TikTok now. You don't have to leave Instagram. I'm bringing my TikToks to you so you can stay here on this platform where they want you to stay anyway. And I feel like, why would any platform why would they suppress it when I'm doing the app a favor in the first place? Right. And so partially laziness, partially because I just want to try to prove it wrong, I post my TikToks with the watermark. So give us your take on that, because we've talked about this in ad nauseum. I mean, Tristan and I have debated this for probably 6 months or more.
Yeah. So I think right now it sort of is the wild, wild west. And I think the reason why Instagram and YouTube have said they don't want watermarked content is that's the direction that they're moving in, even if it's not factual right now. So I'm doing that extra step from a preventative measure that eventually, if they, they add a section to their algorithm code that says all watermarked content is going to stop being surfaced. I don't want my analytics to drop off the face of the earth, right? Because it could happen at any time. That is my opinion. My own anecdotal evidence we've had a lot of success on all of these platforms, repurposing content, removing the watermarks. That's why I think, and I see a lot of success with tons of videos on everywhere with that TikTok watermark. So I think it's okay to do it right now. I think it's fine to get away with it, even though, the Instagram creators app will say we purposely de-show or de-incentivize content that has the watermark. I don't think that's necessarily the case right now, but it certainly could be. And I think it's the direction that they're moving in because they've vocalized it.
Fair enough. Tristan, take it away.
I love that. One of the tactics we used, because you told us to, through not directly through your TikTok channel, you said, hey, look what I'm doing on Pinterest. We're just repurposing. Remember that one? So I was like, damn, that's a fucking good idea. So I sent that over to our VA and Jeff, I sent it to June, and then she just immediately implemented it. And now all of a sudden we have, what is it? I'll tell you right now. Dude, I don't even use Pinterest, but we have 8,000 impressions over the last 30 days, which was 0 before that because I don't even use Pinterest.
It's amazing.
But that was all from your tactic, dude. So I love that. Tell us what that tactic is so that people understand what that is. Even if they don't use Pinterest, listen up.
Yeah. So Pinterest, if anyone is not familiar with it, or if you heard about it 15 years ago and are just hearing it again for the first time, is a visual search engine is how I like to put it. It's sort of like a combination between Instagram and Google search results. People will search for specific things and then save them to their boards for later. That's really the entire purpose of Pinterest. It's a fantastic traffic driving tool for regular pins. Basically, you can, I love it as a blog strategy because you create an image around a search term, and then that will link specifically to the blog. So it's a great traffic driver. But nonetheless, Pinterest idea pins are a newer feature that was released less than a year ago. It's sort of like their stories, like Instagram stories or Snapchat, et cetera, but it has a little bit longer of a shelf life, 7 to 10 days, depending on how well that video performs. If it performs really well, it continues to surface it in front of more people. Now, it's important to note that you can get massive impressions and shares on all of these, but they don't directly drive traffic. So it's an indirect strategy that I'll get into. But simply by repurposing them, I'm at 460,000 monthly impressions on my videos right now. just from repurposing my videos. Now, I'm getting a lot of, complaints about on those TikTok videos that, there's impressions, but it's not clicking. Don't underestimate 400,000 or 8,000 people, thousands of people seeing your face. That is psychological brand recognition that is going to stack upon everything. So when you are omni-channel present, when you have a repurposing strategy everywhere, it doesn't matter what platform they're on. Eventually, when they're ready to buy from you, it's going to click. And I want to stay top of mind everywhere. That is my intention there. So 460,000 people this month saw my face. When they go anywhere else, they're going to see my face again and again and again. And they come across me on TikTok. They come across me on Instagram. They come across me on YouTube. They're saying, this guy's doing something right. I want him to do what he did for himself for me.
Well, can you touch on that for a second? You mentioned that people have an objection, like the impression doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Expand on that a little bit, because I agree with you 1,000,000%, and I want to hit that home and they can hear it from somebody other than us.
Yeah. So how Pinterest idea pins work is you upload your vertical video. It's a short form vertical video on there. You set a title, you set a little description, and then you add some tags. I like to add 4 to 6 tags. And then what this does is it will share that video in front of the target audience that are interested in that subject matter, that are searching for something, or that are, in the interest group of that tag. And they see it, they can save it for later, they can take action on it, but they can't click on it. They can't, click on that video and go to another URL or anything like that. It's just an ephemeral story that, you can watch, and then it disappears when its lifespan is over unless you save it. That's how it works. I use it both from a top of mind perspective, as I was saying, but also to fuel my account. So it drives followers. So I've gained several hundred new Pinterest followers just from posting that out, because it's a cold audience. Those people that follow me then see, and a portion of the people that just regularly see it, even if they don't follow me, they look at my Pinterest profile, and a percentage of those people are going to click on my actual clickable pins. So that on the back end is driving website traffic to my opt-ins, to my website, to my YouTube videos, all of this other strategies. You can have a link in your bio on Pinterest as well, which I do. Right now I have it switched to my YouTube channel because I'm trying to promote my YouTube channel, but the last couple of weeks I had it to my TikTok. So I was just pulling people from Pinterest over to my TikTok profile via that link in the bio. So there's a lot of different things that you can leverage it. It's a little extra work. Business owners, we're all busy, right? So you have to pick and choose where you put your effort into. There's a lot, like I did a video the other day. I duetted somebody, but I think she got the strategy from me anyway, of taking one TikTok video and repurposing it in 9 different ways across 9 different channels. And I duetted it by showing literally me doing it on every single channel, right? That's a lot of work for a business owner, right? So you have to pick and choose where to put your effort. But this is another platform that has massive reach opportunity right now by doing minimal extra work of just leveraging and repurposing that single short form vertical video.
Austin, do you have any other people on TikTok that you follow that you say, hey, you know what, these are good people to follow, to learn from or to watch?
Yeah, I mean, I follow there's a lot of great TikTok experts out there. Rachel Peterson is phenomenal. I really like Josh, the ginger marketer, this long-haired, redheaded guy,
Yes,
fun guy. Wave Wild is great. Kenya Kelly, I just got.
Are any of these your friends, close friends?
It's a small marketing community. I'd probably say I'm closest with Josh, the ginger marketer. We've been connected really early on, before that guy even went all in on TikTok. He's been really cool. He's sort of a TikTok like features and tutorials type of guy, like how to duet on TikTok, how to use this specific feature on TikTok. Those are some of the people that I actively watch. Megan Gersh, I like well.
He's definitely an interesting guy. Dude, I like that guy.
Which guy?
He's fun. He's quirky. He's got his thing and it works really well for him. Dude blew up. He's at 700,000 followers.
What's his name?
Jeff should get a wig and some glasses. And I mean, dude, so funny. Jeff, you could so duet the ginger marketer.
Ginger marketer, yeah. Really funny.
Yeah. Being the opposite of that.
No. You should try. You should try to look like him. This will be the best. Dude, check him out, bro. You'll like him.
I'm going to.
Legit and funny. He's good.
He's a great guy.
Dude, I love that, man. So I see you also trying to grow your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome that you're growing everything, right? And I think it's all stemming from that growth on TikTok, and it's helping you grow everything else. When it comes to YouTube, what strategy would you say business owners can use to grow that? Because I find that that might be the most challenging social outlet to grow. Or maybe it's just Jeff and I who suck at it. But dude, Austin, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, YouTube's more of a marathon. So I approach it in two different ways. If you focus on SEO and long tail keyword research and questions and whatnot, it's going to have a consistent upward graph over time, as long as you're consistent with it. So that's sort of the consistency that I like to create. Like, if we're doing one video a week or 2 videos a week or something like that, I like to do at least one to 2 videos a month on that SEO strategy, because I know that over time, these are going to consistently build and consistently fuel the channel, turn into long watch duration, which will help you get to that 4,000 hours of watch time faster, because there's an intent behind that video, right? But it's not the fastest way to grow. It's sort of slow. It takes a while. Like you can put a year or 2 years plus of work for it to really blossom. If you want to grow faster, you have to differentiate yourself from some of the other creators out there. So, paying attention to tent poles and trends. If there's a latest, thing in the news, like you guys had mentioned before, just today, the whole Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter thing, those who got that video out, those videos are going to be trending. Those videos are going to be doing exceptionally well because everybody's looking for that right now. Right. So, paying attention to those trends, leveraging tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy are also phenomenal as well, because what you can do is you can look at competitor channels' trending videos and model those videos, not directly copy, of course, but model the success of other trending videos and either add your own 2 cents onto it, or better yet, build upon it. Because what you're going to do then is get into that suggested video feed over time. And the majority of YouTube videos come from suggested, which is when you're watching a video, it's, what they show you next because they want to keep you on the platform. So that's how you get on there, is creating consistent, relevant videos to both your own videos and other people's videos. And browse, which is primarily the homepage is where you want this to come from. And that comes from training YouTube to understand who your audience is, who's interested in your videos, developing an audience set of who watches your videos the longest period of time, so that they can expand a lookalike audience and show it on the homepage of other people. So it's really a combination of consistency with the SEO approach, leveraging trending topics and tent poles, which are just like, like Thanksgiving, right? Or Black Friday. These are tent poles that, dies for the year, and then it comes trending again. Right. And just training the algorithm to know who you're trying to reach, being real consistent with your messaging, so that YouTube knows who you're trying to reach, and sticking with it.
All right. I find that with YouTube, the biggest challenge is the consistency.
Yeah.
I like everything else, but I just find it more with YouTube because I find that the longer form content is tougher for business owners. It's
Yeah.
so much shorter just to pick up a TikTok, bro. Just do it. Like you do such a great job where we overthink it, but your videos I think you just grab your phone, you just turn it around, you share your screen, and boom, it's done, and you have a few thousand views. And I'm like, damn it. Right?
That's a muscle that takes time. Like I've posted over 1,500 videos on TikTok personally, just on my account over the past 2.5 years or however long I've been on there now. That I have that structure down, right? It's the same structure over and over and over again. I built that muscle up: opening hook, value, closing call to action. And I do it 3 to 5 times a day, almost every single day. I've missed a couple days here and there, but if you do the math there, 2.5 years, 1,500 videos, it's a lot of consistency.
What's your goal for videos a day? Do you have one? Do you shoot for something?
I'd like to get 3 out a day.
All right.
Personally. And I don't force any, I'm not telling you or anybody that's listening that you have to post 3 a day to be successful. For a lot of people, that's overwhelming and impossible. That's just what works for me.
Jeff and I, we tried that.
We did it. We did it for a month. We did 100 TikToks in September. Yeah. And
that was amazing. Austin, question, because Jeff and I, as much as we love each other, we differ on one thing here. He's Wild West, he just shoots and goes. And I'm like, I overthink everything. Okay. I'm like still thinking about something I was supposed to do last month. And I'm like planning it out and everything. So how do you do it? It doesn't matter, but just so I know if I'm right or Jeff's right. That's all. That's the only reason.
I don't think there is no right or wrong here.
I know there is no right.
There is no, well, that's the secret. There is no right and wrong. It's what works best for you.
I just want to work best Jeff with your answer.
Yeah. So here's my advice for every business owner that we take on. We fail faster at first, and we focus on quantity at first so that we know what to double down on later. So we sprint at the beginning and then we slow it down and focus more on quality. But when we're getting started, like going back to the therapist content, we posted a lot of videos at the beginning to find out that the narcissism content works best. And then we slow down. And for him, we post about 1 a day.
So with that, do you plan that out, or do you just say, hey, dude, just shoot whatever the hell you think is good? Or do you actually plan it out?
No, we structure everything. So I have that initial.
I win, Jeff. Screw you. I win. I'm joking. I'm just joking, Austin. Jeff knows I'm just joking. But now I'm going to
I'm going to step out and I'm going to let you two fight.
The funny thing is, I'm the one who actually scripts almost everything I shoot anymore.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I try to get Tristan to do this, Austin. Like when I have an idea, I can't
script with shit, okay?
When I have an idea now, it's like instead of riffing, and it was TikTok that caused this. It was TikTok that I was like, I found myself, and this was pre 3 minutes. So I only had that 60 seconds, and I found myself not being able to squeeze it in. And so then I started to script it. And I found it's actually way easier to just spend 10 minutes scripting one-liners, shoot it however you want, either put it into a transcriber or do it 1 line at a time. Stop, start, right? And I ended up saving myself so much time. And now I create so much more efficient content because I plan it rather than just riffing. I don't riff very often anymore.
Well, you do a very, very good job with that, buddy.
No, you're just kissing my ass now because you were being mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Austin, you have an award behind you, Dark Horse Society. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this was given to me, one of 5 inaugural people at Video Marketing World this year. It's $250,000 from video marketing in the past year. That's what they gave it to me for. So it's an honor to have been given this. This is their version of like the ClickFunnels 3 Comma Club. But business has been very good, and it all comes from TikTok.
Dude, what is the event name for that?
Video Marketing World. It's in Dallas, Texas.
Video Marketing World. Got it. Oh,
Really
I see
cool
that.
conference.
Like it, dude. Thank you.
Well, you have the website pull up. Click on their little dark horse tab up there.
All right, let's see here. Videomarketing.world conference. All right.
There it is. Go there. They made me the little spokesperson for the.
Let me share my screen for those that are tuning in on.
Oh, Judy
YouTube
Fox.
here.
I see Judy Fox in the picture.
All right.
Yep. All right. Scroll. Go up to the top of the website, and then
Okay.
click on that. Become a dark horse.
Okay, I want to become a dark horse, Jeff. Oh, look at you, buddy.
Hey.
Love that. You're on the top. I like this.
Scroll down again. Shout out to Scott Simpson there. There I am again.
Does Scott Simpson run this dark horse event?
He's the CEO of Video Marketing World. So that's him. If you scroll down a little bit, me
Right here. This guy.
Yeah, there he is.
The guy
Scott
with the
Simpson.
cool
Shout
red-
out, brother.
I love that. I like that, man. This very, very cool. Really digging that, man. Austin, Jeff, I have a ton more questions, but I want to bring him on for our TikTok event next year. So I'm going to save those for that. Austin, if you know anybody who wants to come on, we're going to have London Lazarson, who you know. We're going to have you, since you already said okay right now. That's how we got you. And,
I'm in.
And we're probably going to have a few other people on as well. So
tell me more. We'll chat more about the event. I'll send you a ton of recommendations.
Yeah,
Thanks,
let's tease that date real fast before we wrap up. That's how we'll end this. Let me go look on my calendar, unless N wants to put it in there sooner. We have it earmarked for the 25th of January. So that's Tuesday, and that's like a 4-ish hour event. We did one, Austin, in August, and it was killer. Tristan, the guest, so London was a guest. Rory Vaden, who's a huge name in the branding world. Who else do we have on there, Tristan?
D-Rock. We had D-Rock.
D-Rock, Gary V's
nice
content creator.
Super cool.
Judy Fox, we had her talk about LinkedIn. So Judy's a beast in that
amazing.
world. And then Brendan Kane.
I don't know if you know Brandon Kane. 1 million followers in 30 days. That
he wrote
book.
that book. Yeah. He actually has managed social media for who is it? Taylor Swift and a bunch of other people. We had some really cool people. So we're going to do our second event. It's a free event. It's a virtual event. Last time we broke the internet, we broke Zoom. We couldn't, we maxed it out. We couldn't get any more people on. It should be really good. And I think we're actually going to pivot and make it very all TikTok related. So we'll stop this podcast recording and we'll talk off air. Austin, thank you for being on. You'll definitely be on again. We'll make you a regular guest. This is fun. There's a lot to talk about, man.
LabCoatAgents Podcast.